this video we complete step 37, Pivot Tables Part 3. So we collected all of the values for each group in the last step. And what we have is this dictionary D that maps every group to a list of the values that we would like to aggregate. So in this step, what we're going to do is we're going to iterate through this dictionary and perform the actual aggregation for that group. So this will actually be a fairly short part of this entire process. But what we're going to do is we are going to create a new dictionary called AgDict. This will be the, I guess, the aggregation dict. So we're going to map the groups to the aggregation. Right now we have the groups mapped to the all of the values, all of the raw values. Let's go ahead and iterate through all the groups. So we can say for group, comma vals in d.items. We're going to go ahead and iterate through here. So the first thing we'll do is we're actually going to convert this list. So vals is a list. We're going to convert it to a NumPy array. So that is fine the way it is. I've converted it to a NumPy array. Now we need to perform the aggregation. So if we look back up, the user has given us an aggregation over here as a string. So agfunc holds the aggregation, the type of aggregation, as a string. So what we're going to do here is we are going to use getAttr since it's a string. So we're going to get the attribute from NumPy. So we're going to get the NumPy function that that the user has given us. So agfunc is the string, np is the module. So this getAttr will get that actual function from NumPy. We'll just call it func. And what we'll do here is we'll take agdict, and for every group we will now apply this function to that underlying NumPy array. So just iterating through all of our previous dictionary, we're converting all the values into a NumPy array. We are getting the function name from NumPy because we are given a string, and then we are going to compute. We're going to calculate the aggregation, and we're going to assign it to a new dictionary. Let's go ahead and return agdict right here at this stage to see if it's working. So this is just one little chunk of code that has, we'll see if it works. So this was the result of the last one. So now if we call this same one, we should see that, yes, indeed we have an aggregation that's performed. So 5 and 10 have now been aggregated to 15. 4 and 3 have been aggregated to 7, and so forth. So it looks like we've correctly performed the aggregation and moved on to a completely new dictionary to hold our data. So we're nearly there. We now have to just transform this into, we have to now do the actual pivoting of this data to return a data frame. So the way it's right now is quite usable and good information, but it is not a data frame. We need to go one more step and pivot this information so that we are returned a data frame. All right, so that completes step 37, part 3.